This short video will look at ESIF audit and monitoring. As we're dealing with public money, there is a significant audit regime as far as ESIF funding is concerned. Scrutiny is increasing as more and more abuses of funds come to light over time. There are different levels of checks, from claims audits of a 10% sample through on-the-spot verification visits, and all projects get this, to high-level audits through to the full-blown European Court of Auditors. The details of the various audits are on the screen now. The selection of high-level audits is usually by random sample and can depend on the value and the risk level that applies at the time. A project will be given notice of an audit and usually details of transactions the auditor will want to see. A full-blown audit will want to see literally everything, and they can happen at any time during and after the project has finished. So filing systems and document retention are key right from the start. And remember, the notice of an audit might only be a matter of a few days. The screen shows the frequency of audit visits. As we've mentioned, the project inception visit, or PIV, is carried out by the Managing Authority Contract Manager. This tests the understanding and ability of the project to deliver against the funding agreement. Every quarterly claim is also reviewed by the Managing Authority and will include a 10% sample of transactions. The Managing Authority Contract Manager will also undertake a monitoring visit with you at least once a year. In addition, the Managing Authority will perform an Article 125 audit, sometimes known as on-the-spot verification visit, and these will last on average about 2 days. And at least once you will have an Article 127 audit. This is carried out by the government's internal audit authority, who are independent of the Managing Authority. These audits are more intensive and last on average about a week. Some projects may also be selected for high-level audits from the European Commission and the European Court of Auditors. What to expect in an audit? Well, before, you usually receive a letter and a questionnaire to complete with some claims information. You will liaise with the auditor to ensure that dates are convenient and the key people and facilities are available. A disorderly start will reflect badly, so prepare well and make it easy for the auditor. Spend time on the questionnaire and identify any problem areas and prepare for them. Think about how easy it is for an outsider to work with your systems. Get your files in order. Tab what the auditor wants to see and check them for completeness and accuracy. Perhaps it might be a good idea to get someone else to look through the files before the audit visit date. During the audit, you must assist the auditor and act in good faith. Do not try and mislead. If something is missing or there's been an error, then say so with an explanation. Large projects are expected to have some minor errors, so perfection may invite scrutiny. Beware of hot topics like state aid and procurement, and also any other weaknesses, and have your responses ready. After the audit, a formal report will be sent. Depending on the type of the audit, there will be a timescale for you to accept or contest the findings, and then a further timescale to implement any changes that may be required. Article 125, or on-the-spot verification. Every project will experience an on-the-spot verification visit by the Managing Authority. They will conduct in-depth checks on selective items to verify that you are delivering in line with the project approval and compliantly against the wider regulatory framework. All projects will get one, some more, and their selection will be dependent on the risk. The on-the-spot verification is in 2 stages. Stage 1 is after the project is approved but before the first claim is paid, and the stage 2 on-the-spot verification will take place once the project is underway. How many a project gets will depend on the project size and its risk level. The on-the-spot verification will happen at different points depending on what the project involves. More complex projects are likely to get an early visit, particularly where there's a high risk of compliance around procurement. Less complex projects will be visited when adequate physical and financial progress has been made. Article 127 Audit. The purpose of this is to check the financial and management control systems and expenditure claimed. It's carried out by the government's internal audit authority. This is functionally independent of the managing authority, and they are responsible for verifying successful implementation of the programme. They inspect the programme's management systems and audit the whole programme, including a sample of projects to ensure compliance with the programme rules, national rules and European regulations. On the screen are the types of things that will be checked during an audit. All of these items will be looked at very closely and cross-checked with everything. So all the backing evidence will need to be available for the auditor to check against these various themes. Just to reiterate, these will include policies and procedures, outputs, eligible expenditure, procurement and tendering, simplified costs calculations, state aid, beneficiary costs, publicity, timesheets, horizontal themes that surround sustainable development and equality and diversity, financial systems and payroll, revenue generation, and your delegation system for approvals and sign-offs. The implications of audit findings could be one of a number of different combinations. For the project, expenditure could be deemed ineligible. There could be a financial correction. The audit could highlight systemic errors which would need to be corrected. They could pick out an irregularity, and the funding agreement expenditure total could be reduced as a result. When considering applying for ESIF funding, you must always refer to the guidance. On the screen is the link to the .gov.uk specific guidance. These bite-sized videos are designed to provide a brief overview of topics associated with European structural investment funds. We hope that they have provided you with more insight into the areas you should be considering when thinking about or during the application stages for ESIF. These videos are only a small element of what the Technical Assistance Project offers. And if you would like to sign up to one of our workshops, many of the topics from the bite-sized videos will be covered in more detail. Members of the Technical Assistance Partnership can be contacted on the numbers here or via the TAP email address tap@eastriding.gov.uk. We welcome your feedback on this video. Please return to the TAP website, which can be found at www.esiftap.org, to complete a short evaluation to let us know what you think. Thank you.